podcast to show you who I am. Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans. Not many whose head can understand everything pro wrestling. It can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes.
I don't even know. I can't even start because you said that. Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined today by my number one guy to always pick to do a podcast, Casey Briggs. What's going on, Casey?
What is up, my guy?
You ready to some AEW All Out? Are you hyped for this show?
I am very hyped for this show. I'm very hyped. This is my hype face. But it's hard to tell that I'm hyped because, you know, I don't get hyped. I stay hyped. Shout out to Mo.
Everything pro wrestling can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
I don't even know where you. Shout out to Mojo Riley. I will give Mojo a shout out. He is a friend of the show, so got to make sure I show some love to Mojo, who's in the house.
I had to put that in there because CJ yelled at me the other night on the phone for saying that. So
I would never, man. I love Mojo. Rob says, "What's up, gentlemen? Good to see you, Rob." Ray also in the house. What's up, Ray? Thank you guys so much, man. Make sure you guys share the link. Tell a friend. Tell another friend if you're an AEW fan. Get in here. We want to speak to you. We want to hear from you. Has some interesting comments. We'll address some of this stuff while we're doing all of this. But if you could, guys, first time watching it on YouTube, hit the like button. Helps in the YouTube algorithm. I know you guys get sick of hearing all that shit all the time, but it really does. It helps more people see the videos, more people watch, more people comment. The more people we get, the better stuff we get. So make sure you guys do that. Hit the subscribe button if you're brand new and you like the content. And last but not least, if you watch after the fact, leave me a comment down below. I want to know who's watching the videos after the fact. And leave me your predictions on all the matches. They're all listed in the description. Go through one by one. I want to hear who you think is going to win it All Out. Me and Casey are going to run through this entire lineup, and it should be good. And Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot. What's up, guys? What's going on, Jesse, man? Thank you for joining us. Tough pill to swallow there? You all right? Mm-hmm. All right. So, Casey, getting into this, what do you want to talk about first when it comes to the show? Let's talk about overall hype for this show. I've got the poster up there. This show has changed within the last couple weeks. Like, I remember starting off, the feeling was, oh, we're going to have this big match with Adam Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, and then it kind of turned into something completely different. How have you felt towards the build of this show from beginning to end? Because AEW does it kind of weird. They're split up into quarterly pay-per-views. Every 3 or so months we get a pay-per-view, and then it changes. So how did you feel about this build?
It was definitely a weird one. Definitely a weird build. I'm pumped for the card, though. I mean, Punk's first match back in 7 years is enough to be through the roof excited for this card. But yeah, a little weird. We're getting, a different title match than we thought we would, but it's all right. It's all right. It is what it is, and we'll talk about it when we get to that match and whatnot. But overall, I'm super excited. Yeah. Okay.
Have you appreciated the twists and turns a little bit? Like with
a little bit. It's been a little. It's because I remember you and I talking like a month or so ago, and it's just like you and I both were kind of like, what's the pay-per-view going to be? We're like, the pay-per-view is in just like 4 weeks, and like, what is it even going to be? So it definitely, I appreciate that. I appreciate some twists and turns. unlike the other company where you can basically see the same match coming and 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 coming.
I don't know whether to suspend your pay for a week for saying that or what, but we'll allow it. Ace, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Rob says there is no dying on air with an exclamation point.
No promises, Rob. When you're a big boy like me, you appreciate every breath you take, and you live life with joy.
Hey, Zeus comes in here, disrespectful as usual. Conrad's losing to Luther at All Out. How dare you, good sir? How dare you? Derek Fleming Jr. says, Conrad, what up? What is going on? Joined by Casey. Make sure you show him some love too, Derek. Quinn of the Indie says, hey, we've got Jen Carter. What's going on, Jen? Jen, come show us some love on YouTube. I see you on the Periscope. Show us some YouTube love or some Twitch love, all right? And A says GTS versus the coffin drop. Let's go. People are hyped for this.
Ooh, I'll take that. I'll take that GTS when done properly by my man Punk, not by Caps Lock.
He's referring to Kenta, folks. I guess let's get into the first matchup. Let's talk about the buy-in here, Casey. We have ourselves the buy-in, the Casino Battle Royale. Is it Battle Royal or Battle Royale to you?
It's however you feel in the moment, Conrad. I say it both ways depending on who I'm talking to or how I feel at that point in time.
We're going to say Battle Royale for this episode. The buy-in, we've got a lot of great competitors in this. As you can see from the graphic, we have Julia Hart, Big Swole, The Bunny, Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose, Red Velvet, Ty Conti, Diamante is going to be in this, Penelope Ford, lots of names.
For sure. I'm excited, and I'm sure there's going to be some surprises. They always tend to throw in a few surprises, a few surprise entrants. So I'm excited to see who pops up. I will say, again, I'll touch on this a little more later when we talk about a certain match, but it sucks that the women all are on the pre-show, but they do generally always do the Battle Royal as part of the buy-in. So it is what it is. It's not like they really changed up the format to shove the women on the pre-show, but it is what it is. I would have loved to see some of these women get some love on the main card, but I'm excited for this Battle Royal just to see. I really don't know who's going to come out victorious. I'm going to guess Thunder Rosa.
That's an interesting pick for this. I know you're on Twitter. Did you happen to see the last promo by someone who's a free agent right now? I
did not, no.
Ruby Soho had a really good promo. And
I did see that, but she's in New York, bro. She's in New York.
The end of the promo said destination, and it was kind of like not Hangman Page, but the game Hangman, where the dashes were there.
Chicago.
Chicago fits in.
Ooh. So do you think they would have her win it, just show up and win it?
I think so. I would make the bold move, but
I feel like that's something that I would rather build to, rather than she shows up. Because when people win these battle royals, see, I said royal. What up, Jen? Thank you for including me. Thank you. When they win, the people that win these battle royals, they tend to get their shot pretty much immediately, within a week or two. No, it's okay, Derek. I forgive you. You're a good dude. Thank you for watching.
You're a good
Derek. Unlike the other one.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want Ruby to show up, win this battle royal, and then just be wrestling for the title in 2 weeks' time on Dynamite or something. I want Ruby Soho to really get a proper build. I've talked to you about this with Ruby and Britt Baker. the antithesis to each other. Like Britt Baker is the pretty girl, the beautiful, like cheerleader type. You know what I'm saying? And the popular girl, and Ruby is the punk rock, like antithesis to her. Like, I just feel like they could have like an amazing, yin and yang type feud and build. So I want them to have like proper build to a match between the two.
Yeah, they definitely could do something to where it's built up a lot better. And I like the fact that they're so different. Ruby Soho would be a breath of fresh air to the division because there's nobody like her, and it just works. And shout out to Queen of the Indies from All Elite Podcast. Got to show some love. She just did a really good interview. If you like independent wrestling, check her out. No Holds Barred Network. Free plug for you guys. I'm waiting to hear one. You better tell Kyle I want my free plug. I had to hear about him complain about that CM Punk t-shirt. I want my plug, Kyle. Tell him, Tiff. Yeah, and Ray's leaving us a comment. Ray, we will get to that because that is on my things to ask. Jen, I appreciate you showing love. Tokyo in the house talking about GTS. Let's go. What if Nyla Rose wins it back-to-back again? Could we see that?
I think because they just had that match not too long ago, their rematch, I don't know if I have Nyla Rose winning it. She's someone, though, that I think could win it. And like I said, get that shot in like 2 each time, another win for Britt Baker, and then she keeps moving on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be someone. And it's not that I want Thunder Rosa to like just get beaten 2 each time and like Britt Baker moves on. I just think, I don't know.
This is weird because I feel like Thunder Rosa or Ruby Soho would be my two predictions. I'm talking this one out with you. And you're looking at it, and it's like, okay, that's interesting. You could go either way with this. But when you look at it from the overall scheme of things, someone's probably going to have to lose to Britt Baker again before they get to a switch or anything different happening for a while. I don't know, man. That's rough and tough. That's rough and tough. What's going on, Juke? Thank you for joining us.
Yep.
Appreciate it. I don't know, man. Who's the official pick? I'm going to you first.
My official pick, I'm locking it in. I'm sticking with Thunder Rosa.
Do I want to go that route? You know what? I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to say Ruby Soho. I'm going to say Ruby Soho wins from the Joker spot.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to say someone else takes out Ruby Soho. So Ruby Soho comes in. It's a huge deal, yada, yada, yada. Someone else, like a Nyla Rose, eliminates Ruby Soho. And so it sets up like Ruby's first feud off to the side there.
See, because I believe that your girl Thunder Rosa's got to be the one to dethrone Britt Baker, I feel like. Because her match didn't count. Yeah. Her match didn't count. But she beat Britt. Oh, man, you got me second guessing this. Nope, we're locked in. Final, we're keeping it there. We're moving on to the main card here, Casey. Casey, is there a match that you would open this show with or that you think should, or you want to just get out the way?
Who would I have opened the match? Me? No. Build up to that in the middle of the show, maybe. I was going to say that the tag match, but
I think you saved that. That seems like a really big deal.
That's what I was saying. Maybe save it for a little bit later to wake people up. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I'm trying to think of who we get. There's two matches that you could go with here. One would have to be it would happen, but I think you're going to save that one. So I'm going to go with this as the opener. I think you start with Pac and Andrade El Idolo with Chavo Guerrero in his corner. This matchup has been really built around Pac's overall feeling towards Andrade of he's a cocky, arrogant prick, and Pac's the bastard, but he wants the Lucha Bros to join him. And this maybe will elaborate on the story. Where are we going with this? What are we doing here? This should be a good match. And I think, honestly, I'm going to come off of this. Pac, this is his opportunity to show why he should be in the world title contendership, But I think Andrade really needs to have a good match here because so far he's just kind of been, oh, you're there. Maybe you can get a TNT title shot. He needs to have that match. He needs that Johnny Gargano match right here, I think. He needs to have that match where it's like, this is why you pay me a lot of money. He doesn't need to talk. Let him go in the ring. What do you think?
I think Pac is the perfect opponent for him to have that standout match. I like Ty Conti. I would be okay with that. Anyway, but where was I? Oh yeah, Pac and Andrade. I mean, Pac and Andrade. Andrade, you're right, needs to step up and have that match to cement himself and be like, this is why I'm a big deal. Like you see people, Bend, Oregon, home of the last blockbuster on the planet. That's where I got the shirt. Anyway, but Andrade needs that match to say, this is why people care about me. This is why I'm a big deal. This is why it was a huge deal when I showed up in AEW. And yeah, so I'm going to have Andrade winning the match. Just because I think he needs it more. He needs to cement himself as the big deal. So I go with Andrade and Chavo winning this one. my man Chavo. I just want everyone to know that CJ was hating on Chavo the other night, and I went to bat for the Guerrero family. I love the Guerrero family.
See, this is how stories get started. See, now I'm getting pissed. Now I'm sitting up. My back brace is all wrong behind me. Listen, that is not what I said. That I have never. Chavo is.
CJ, I believe your exact words were, "Screw that Chavo guy. He's monkey trash, and he was never going to amount to anything."
I would never use a word like monkey trash. That doesn't even sound like me.
I think that's what he said.
This has gone on too far. Chavo, I respect you. We would love to have you on as a guest for the podcast at any time. I would never say anything like that. Casey's just trying to run me over with a bus, and he's backing it up right now as we speak. Just like Juke said something about Nelson in the chat here.
Don't worry, Chavo. Chavo, if you ever want to come on the show, I will interview you because I have nothing but love and respect for the great Chavo Guerrero.
Rob says this is make or break for Andrade because he feels he's absolutely sucked so far in AEW.
I agree with Rob. It's not totally his fault, Rob. Like they debuted him like a wet fart with the whole like coming out with Vicky thing. Knowing what you know as well, though, it's like, sorry, bro, this is the best I could do for you right now because I know what I got lined up. I get it, but like. They still had another guy debut a lot better that we'll talk about in a little bit.
Tiff said Pac needs to give me a bridge. He's a big fan of the bridges on the tippy toes.
Hey, I love those.
Definitely sounds like you. I've never said monkey trash. I've never said this. Rob doesn't respect Cam Newton. Oh, we're not even getting into that. Come to Buffalo where you'll be appreciated, Cam, as a backup. But we'll take you. We would love to have you. Anywho, I'm gonna stick with you. Exact same reasoning though. We will take Andrade for the win. He needs the dub more. Let me ask you this question: does he get the Lucha Bros? Do you do that? Yay or nay?
We'll talk in a little when we get to that match.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah. I mean, I already mentioned it last time I was on, but I'll touch on it again when we get to the match.
Let's talk about a cool down match, shall we? And I think this would be
main event. It's Parlay.
You know what segment it is. It is the favorite segment of Derek and Sick. We've got Paul Wight versus the Bowler, QT Marshall with the Factory. Holy shnikes when it comes to this.
I can't believe this is on. Are you like you're 100% positive this is on the main card?
Positive.
Like, this is the match I was talking about when we were talking about the women's battle royale. See, I said royale that time. Just in the moment. I feel it. Like, this match should be on the buy-in. Like, I don't begrudge them putting Paul Wight and QT Marshall. I do begrudge them putting QT Marshall on something that we have to pay for. QT Marshall, as they like to say, does not belong anywhere where I have to pay a single dollar to watch him wrestle. I'm sorry. The dude is the most uninteresting person on this roster. I cannot stand this character. I cannot stand the fact that we've been going on with storylines involving this guy for so long. Like, it was fine that Cody wanted to hook his buddy up, the other coach at his gym up, and get him on the show. But no, it's gone on way too long. This dude should just be a coach. That's all he should be. He shouldn't be on your internationally televised wrestling program. Okay? Okay?
So I think he's all right. I don't mind QT. I mean, listen, let's be honest. Would I put him on the pay-per-view? No. That's just monkey trash. I'm kidding.
Yeah, see? He says it.
I see people. I saw Sick trying to cancel me in the chat saying, I heard you say worse, just saying. So honestly, I really don't think this match belongs on here, but I get what they're doing though, Casey. This is meant to get Big Show, Paul Wight, whatever you want to call him. He needs
no more BS.
Oh yeah, no
Paul Wight.
I do like his theme song though. I'm not gonna lie, I still think it's pretty badass. I like it.
I did it. Obviously, I think you and I both agree Paul Wight's gonna win. He's gonna. This match, honestly, should be 30 seconds. This match should be 30 seconds. It should. Dad bod's sick. Man, I wish if I ever become a dad, I got that rockin' bod that Paul Wight has. I wish I grow to be 7 feet tall. But no, honestly, it's a 30-second match. Paul Wight just choke slam the absolute daylights out of QT and QT goes away.
There we go.
Like I said, I hope this is the end of QT. I think I mentioned this to you. Was it last week or something? Where Camarado and Solo, is that they look at, like, after QT gets absolutely obliterated in 30 seconds. I hope they look at him and like, why are we following this guy? And they just go off and do their own thing, like, and leave QT to go away and not be on TV anymore.
Yeah. Six said the match of dad bods. Holy shit. Bathroom break match for me for sure. I'm definitely putting this as a cool down match, though. That's the spot I would put this in. Paul Wight for the win. Maybe you have him knock out Solo after the fact. I would not do anything to damage Camarado, though. Do not damage him. I think that he doesn't need it. If anything, he would be the guy who I would have do something to him, maybe slam him or to give him a rub for something.
If he's able to, absolutely.
I'm trying to think of what match we could go to next. Let's go here. Let's go here with God's favorite champion, Miro, and Eddie Kingston battling over the TNT Championship. I like this, Casey, but I feel like this is premature. Why isn't this happening at the New York City shows? You know,
it'd be huge for Eddie Kingston there. I agree, but I don't know. I feel like did they have? I agree, Rob. His fake Tony Soprano shirt kills me. Whatever. I can't stand QT Marshall. Anyway, Miro Kingston. Do you feel like maybe there were plans for someone else to face Miro and they felt like something happened, so they're like, we need someone reliable to step in. Eddie Kingston, you're our guy. That's almost how it feels, because it was just like it came on sudden.
I think they're trying to build Miro up by having him defeat favorites who aren't high up on the card, and I think the abuse towards Fuego will continue, and then that's where Sammy Guevara makes the save. I just don't think it's time yet for them to do that.
Yeah, I mean, in Kingston, like I said, reliable. They're going to have a solid match. Miro and Kingston. So I mean, obviously Miro wins.
I got it. I'm taking the same thing. Miro wins. I love Eddie Kingston. Trust, believe, but he doesn't need a title. Honestly,
I hope he just comes out in his Timbs again. Just
hell yeah, just hit him with the Tim boots, bro. That's it. Bubblegum souls right to the dome. This is how it's going, man. Hold on, I gotta go back to 6 comment because I saw this after the fact. Knock out QT, then Solo, then knock himself out and get off my TV. Jeez Louise. So we're both gonna take Miro for the win here.
Sick, you're too rough on my guy, Paul Wight.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stick with the theme here of getting some of the matches out of the way that it's like, okay, let's talk Jon Moxley versus Kojima. I feel like this was kind of a letdown. I was hoping we had like Tanahashi in this spot, but
where's that sound?
You want the Price is Right losing horn, or do you want,
give me something. Give me something that's just a letdown sound.
Yeah, that just makes me feel let down. So Jon Moxley versus Kojima. This won't be a bad match though. If you guys know the history of Kojima, like this dude was a big deal in New Japan Pro Wrestling in the early 2000s. He's not a bad wrestler. He's recently wrestled in Impact. Definitely recommend if you guys want to see what he's doing, check him out over there. He wrestled Eddie Edwards a couple times, even tagged up with him. Moxley's getting the dub.
Where?
Impact Wrestling. Fabulous show Thursday nights on YouTube. Check it out. We're not here to market for them though. So
I'm not familiar.
Moxley for the win. Moxley needs more dubs, and I think this is building towards a storyline where he faces Tanahashi. I know there were a lot of scheduling conflicts though with other people, like that you would be like, why didn't they use Suzuki or why didn't they use Tanahashi here? So maybe we get a tease for another match too.
I'll take Mox as well.
You've been feeling his booking lately? Do you feel it's been weird? Like 1 minute he's in a tag, then he's talking about New Japan.
I mean, yeah, I think it's just it's just kind of like they're trying to find something for him to do because, like I said, they brought in some other people that are high up on the card, and so yeah, they just I don't know. They're just trying to find something for him to do. It's weird. I do like that he put over Archer, though. That was nice.
Yeah, man. I feel bad that they got it. Cozy Lariat. See, Ray knows. Rob says, bring me Murder Grandpa. They're not ready for Suzuki, man. That dude's too old to be smacking people like that. Moxley versus another New Japan legend. I will not repeat that on air, but
I will. Impact. More like...
should be a great match, yes. And Kojima's all about that bread. You got to be, man. He's on his way out. He's on his way out of this. So yeah, give me Moxley for the win. This should be a match. I'm hoping it leads to something else, though. Eventually, getting into it. And I guess the next match, this should be an interesting one to talk about. Let's get into Chris Jericho and MJF, the final fight. This one has the making of a lot of good stuff. They've been building this one up for a long time. MJF has 3 wins. Jerablo has 0. And yeah, it's been quite interesting so far. How have you felt about this feud and what's been going on with it?
I dig it. I thought it was a little weird when they had that match on a Dynamite. I really thought that they were going to save the MJF Jericho match for the pay-per-view, but then I see, like, we saw this, how this played out the next week and whatnot, setting this match up with this stipulation. I dig it. Yeah, I dig it. It's just, I don't know. MJF is in a weird spot, in my opinion. As far as like Pinnacle was set up, and like I know that there's an injury and everything to what's his name?
Cash Wheeler?
Yeah, thank you. Cash Wheeler. So it just kind of feels like weird, like what's going on with Pinnacle. We haven't seen them all together, really. You know what I mean? But anyway, prediction for this match, Jericho wins. Because obviously this isn't going to be his final match. There's no way. So Jericho wins.
I'm going to go to some comments here. Rob says that this feud was built completely backwards and it lost all heart with me. Hopefully the match delivers. I can see how you feel that way, though. They built up kind of backwards a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. This one's been kind of weird. But the labors of Jericho had people interested, though. Every week they were like, oh, who's the guy? Who's the next person going to be? Who's the next person going to be? And then I think once people started expecting a surprise every time, once it was Nick Gage, Juventud, oh, the last guy's got to be somebody great, and it was Wardlow, I feel like people got disappointed and they've been kind of rocky with this one since then. In this one, I'm going to pick with my heart for once. And it's kind of the brain too, but honestly, I don't want to see Jericho lose, but I also do not want him on commentary if he's going to be screaming every single night. Like, I love Chris Jericho.
Hey, he wasn't that bad this past Friday.
Not this Friday, but that other week, he was making sure we were cheering him. He was like, yeah, I'm just going to be as obnoxious as possible. If I lose, guys, I'm just going to be on commentary all the time. Let's go, Chris. Let's go, Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see here. Ray says Jericho is about to pull a Macho King, take his loss, and come back to the ring next year. I don't see Jericho doing that. AEW has stuck to the stipulation so far.
Yeah.
And kudos to them for doing that. I'm not mad at them for that. Very interesting, to say the least. Moving on here, let's get into another matchup. I'm just looking at. Oh, this is a perfect time. Let's talk about this one. Let's talk about your girl, Kris Statlander, and she's taking on the champion, right?
Wait, my girl is not Kris Statlander.
No, you know who your girl is. I gave you the screen for that.
Yeah. The winner of this match is going to be Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
I had to give him the screen for it because he always points. I can hear it. I can just hear it when he says the name. I get it, though. Britt Baker's she's been a hell of a champion so far. I do like Kris Statlander a lot, though. Like, I really feel like Kris Statlander had some opportunities ripped from her when she got injured. And then in the beginning of Dynamite, she had a championship match and then she had to get pulled for an indie show. It was a lot of craziness going on with all of this. How do you see this one playing out, Casey? Like, do you think they're going to keep Statlander strong? I know you made your prediction already.
I think they're going to keep her strong. There's going to be hijinks involved in Britt Baker's win. She's not going to just win clean. So I think they'll keep Statlander strong in that regard. She's not going to get pinned or tap out clean. It's going to be some sort of hijinks, whether it's Rebel or whether it's Jamie Hayter coming in again. Something's going to happen.
Yeah, they've built up way too much for this. And shout out to Rob for saying Kris Buttlander. I think John Silver, that was his famous line for her all the time. Jesse saying he's got Britt too. I mean, I think it's hard at this point to go against Britt Baker for this. Britt Baker's title reign hasn't been long enough. I think the more interesting thing is what we were talking about with the Battle Royal. Like, what's going to happen with that will tell a bigger story in the future. I like Statlander. I just don't think it's time yet. I don't know if it will be time for her. I hope so one day, but
she's just one of those, like, for right now, she's just one of those super talented wrestlers that's just kind of wrong place, wrong time. You know what I mean? It's just for storyline purposes. It's just not right now.
Right. Moving forward, I think we've touched on a lot of these matchups here. I'll save the big one for the end here, Casey, because I think we both know how we feel about what should main event this show. I think we're in agreement.
Yeah.
So we'll touch on that last. Let's do the steel cage match next here for the AEW tag titles. To me, this has been like an A1 day one rivalry with these two teams. The Young Bucks and Lucha Bros are what a lot of the early AEW matches were built upon, even before they had Dynamite.
Yep. I mean, a lot of people thought that the Lucha Bros were going to be the first ever champs, and that it was just going to be the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros going at it. But yeah, Lucha Bros, I touched on it earlier with the Andrade match. After Andrade wins, so he's the winner over Pac. I think somehow my outlandish theory here is that the Lucha Bros are going to win the titles from the Young Bucks this weekend with help from Andrade and Chavo to be the final thing to convince them to come join him. They help, like, whether it's like, so I know that cage matches are meant to keep people out and stuff, and that's kind of the reason this match was made, but this is the Elite we're talking about. This is the Young Bucks. This is Brandon Cutler we're talking about. There's going to be some sort of thing, so I think maybe Andrade and Chavo can come down, do something where they take out Cutler and Nakazawa or something, and somehow help the Lucha Bros overcome the Young Bucks and win the titles, thus convincing the Lucha Bros to leave Pac and join Andrade. Lucha Bros leave All Out as your new AEW Tag Team Champions.
Casey, it's not a bad idea if this was a different company, but you cannot hurt the steel cage. I think that it's a strong stipulation right now based on what you did with Cody and Wardlow. You've done so many good things with this, man, but I don't know. Randy Sam is digging your idea in the chat. Bro, what, Baby Briggs? That's an awesome idea. It is. That's different. I've not heard anybody say that yet. So that's definitely good podcast material here. I'm sorry to say this, but I think people are going to be mad if the Bucks retain. Listen, I'm going opposite, bro. I think the credibility will be maintained. Number one, while you're saying that, what's Anderson, Gallows, and all the other chumps doing during all this? I get Kenny could be gone because, he's supposed to be a selfish a-hole. So what are Gallows and Anderson, Don Callis, Brandon Cutler, what are they all doing during this while Chavo's just, putting on the Guerrero magic and we got Andrade helping them?
First of all, if Don Callis tries to step up to my boy Chavo, he's gonna get hit with the Three Amigos. Just Chavo can still do that. In Andrade, again, especially after he just has a strong, badass showing earlier in the night, like, dude, it's time for him to go to work on the Good Brothers. Oh, I'm so scared of a dude who soaks his beard in shoe polish and lathers it on his arms, it looks like. It's disgusting. I feel bad. Andrade's going to have to touch him, but it is what it is.
But interesting, though, if he did want to win the Lucha Bros over, this would be the opportunity too. So Six says this is the match he's looking forward to. Loves him some Bucks and Lucha Bros. They always deliver, man. Six says Ray Phoenix is walking from the top of the cage from one side to the other, calling it now. Oh, dude, sick. It'd be amazing. I'm just so terrified if he slips. Oh, that would be brutal. Bro, remember, this cage looks like the No Mercy cage from like the video game. Like when you're in it, it's like, that's kind of hot.
And here's my question. What are we, because they haven't had a tag team cage match yet. So what's the rule? Just one person touch or both? You get what I'm saying? Is it tag? What would you have them do? Do you have them tag in and out, or is that stupid? I think that's dumb. I'm not having them tagged in and out. I mean, do both members have to escape the cage? That's an interesting rule to put in. What could you have more scenarios with, though? I think you could put drama in with both members' feet have to touch. You get what I'm saying? Because I get it, 100%, and that could also play into what I'm saying could happen. Because maybe the Young Bucks shove one of the Lucha Bros out the door or something. You know what I'm saying? And then pull it shut. So now they're in a 2-on-1 handicap situation. And so now that also puts that other Lucha Bro on the outside to help fight the other minions, as you were trying to say, like, who's fighting these guys? There you go.
Okay. You're pushing for this.
100%.
I still don't see it.
The Lucha Bros need the belts.
Robert, inappropriate.
The Lucha Bros need the belts.
Randy Sam said, can they use weapons in the cage? I think they can find a way to do it. Would you be interested if, let's say, like, Pentagon gets out first? Can he bring weapons in with him? Like, let me back in. I got to help my partner then, since we both can't get out at the same time. But see, then it's like you're going to have to go up with your partner at the same time to do it. So, that's weird. That's a weird thing. I'm still taking the Bucks to win this. I think the Bucks win in some shady bullshit type manner. I think Rey Fenix is going to do some amazing things. He's been on point. Like, I need him to stay on point. And I'm going to agree with Derek on this one. I think the end game is in New York. Santana and Ortiz are taking the tag titles from whomever may have them. You have to do something in New York, and I think that's it. Not feeling it?
I mean, they're another tag team that have been like herky-jerky, to use that phrase, I guess. But it's just like, I don't know. And then they were getting this awesome build-up feud with FTR, and then the injury happened, and so it's just kind of let's say Santana Ortiz musical is. When is that? Aren't they still supposed to be having a match?
Yeah, they're supposed to have a match with FTR this week. I wanted that to be like a street fight or something, but
they need to
take the belts off the Bucks. Jason Michael comes and says Conrad Phoenix climbs, but the Bucks go for a sun flip pile driver. Jesus, off the cage, both of them. How to do a Rey Fenix injury storyline. He's out, and then it's only Penta versus the Bucks would be good storytelling. Ooh, jeez, in my opinion. Yeah. He might actually get hurt. That's really dangerous. Have Kenny drag Sheeta out and push her kendo stick through the cage. Stop it. Jeff Samuel, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Interesting thought process for it. I'm taking the Bucks to win, though. Somehow I think they pull this one out.
Lucha Bros all day.
I love them, bro, but I think you can accomplish the same goal. I think Andrade could look at them after they lost and say, see, I told you should have came with me, and I could have helped you. Let's talk about the AEW championship match. Is it bad that Kenny is not going to main event twice? Back-to-back pay-per-views. Are you a big proponent of the championship main event? Because at this point, honestly, if you don't do this, this is Rock Hogan WrestleMania 18. Like, what are we doing here, bro? We're in Chicago. You heard the reaction for the guy.
Generally, I am a proponent of the title match goes on last. It's your title. That should be the main event. Usually. Except for when there is a match that just transcends you know what I mean? And that's what we have in this situation. So I am okay with this going second to last. I don't have a problem with it. I don't think it hurts Kenny, but I know that a lot of people that hate Kenny will use it as another thing against him. This is why Kenny Omega sucks. He doesn't even main event, and he's a champion. He's a terrible champion.
That's how you feel?
Those people are stupid, is what I'm saying. Kenny Omega is awesome, and he's a solid champion. Like, I have no problems with him.
Yeah, I love Omega. I think the part that hurts me the most out of all this, I think people are sleeping on Christian. Christian Cage is really, really good. Like, I had this argument the other night. I think Christian is just as good as Edge. And I think it's just forgotten about just because Edge has been built as the megastar. Christian's never had the chance to do the same thing. But I think in ring, Christian's just as good. Solid.
Okay. There you go. In ring. There you go.
Yeah, in ring. I'm not saying even with the promos and stuff. I mean, Edge did some stuff and it just happened to work for him. I get it, man. And listen, they're both great. Don't take that as no slight against either man. They're both great. I just want people to respect Christian because I feel like he's got the Impact title now, and I think Christian's going to do fine over there. He can go over there and work some matches with people too and still get his work rate in and still perform in AEW. But this is Kenny Omega's match to win. This is the match Christian probably wanted when he came in. He's like, give me Kenny Omega. I can do good things with that kid. Give us 30 minutes, and I'm sure they're going to get the most time. Whoa. What do you mean? See? Christian better than Edge? Whoa, CJ, too much dip in your chip now.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going that far. Christian is really good. Rob, stop being a Conrad nut hugger. Dude, yeah. I don't necessarily know that Christian is better than Edge. I will say they're comparable in the ring. Edge has always had a better personality. It's just, that's all it is. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind Christian on the microphone, but I don't know. It's just Edge has always had that, as Rob said, the it factor. But anyway, Edge isn't in this match. Edge is in a different company. Christian's in this match. Christian is really good. I think he and Kenny Omega can tear the house down together.
Gangrel comes out as a special guest referee, sprays 100%. The Kool-Aid juice over Kenny. Impaler DDT 1, 2, 3. Gangrel, your new AEW champion. It is money. Write it in the books. Fangin' and banging. Moving on to the main event. I'm kidding. Well, what do you think for this one though, Casey? Like, is there SC Williams has something good here before you let's read this one. He says Christian Cage loses to Kenny Omega by Jungle Boy, costing Kenny Omega by accident. But he doesn't stop Cage, gets mad, tells Jurassic Express to come for a hug, and then Cage low blows Jungle Boy unexpectedly. I do think Christian could turn heel, but he's the Impact champion now, and I feel like he has to remain babyface, right? Like, I don't know. You're in a weird spot with this if you turn Christian heel now.
I don't know why he would have to remain babyface. I don't watch this make-believe show that you keep referencing. What is this? So I don't know. I actually like that idea. Jungle Boy accidentally costs because obviously you're going to have the Elite out there trying to help Kenny. So Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus come down. I like it, and somehow he slips. Maybe he accidentally trips Christian or something, and messes up, and Kenny's able to hit the one-winged angel on Christian.
Don't even do that on my show. I hate when people say the one-winged angel. It's one-winged angel. That's it. Winged.
Yes. Some of us are educated and we speak in the Shakespearean English, and it's one-winged angel. But I like that idea. And then Christian turns heel, and then he and Jungle Boy can have a feud to elevate Jungle Boy. I dig it. I'm stealing that. Who was that?
SC Williams.
SC Williams. I appreciate it. I'm stealing that. It's called plagiarism. You can't do anything about it. I just did that. I took that idea and I'm using it.
Welcome back to college and high school. So good points. You know what? I think you can make the Christian heel turn work, though. My gears were turning in my head because he's going to face Josh Alexander, who's similar. So I think you could possibly turn Christian heel. There's room for it. Do you do it tonight, though? I don't know if it's necessary, but I don't know. I don't know how Christian feels about it. I would listen to the crowd and the competitors in it. Tokyo says Edge over Christian, Jeff over Matt.
Not even close. Matt Hardy is a million times better than Jeff Hardy. The only thing Jeff Hardy has going for him is he likes to fall off high stuff. That's literally the only thing Jeff Hardy has going for him. I will die on this hill. Matt Hardy, a light years better than Jeff. Okay? Done. I'm sick and tired of Jeff. Oh, he wears pantyhose on his arms and he paints his face weird and Jeff Hardy is overrated. I said it.
I hear you.
This is why you had me on for the hot takes.
Absolutely, I did. Ricky Glow also in the chat. What's up, Ricky? Thank you for joining us. First time, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I appreciate you, Ricky. Ricky says, sup, Conrad, and he said Kennard. Come on, man. He said, sup, Kennard and Baby Briggs. Omega to retain, then the music hits, and then Okada's music hits. Bro, I'm not ready for that. If I hear the Rainmaker music, I will, if Derek's sleeping, I will go over and I'm going to chop Derek across the chest at the same time. And it's just going to happen. I'm just going to say, Rainmaker! And he's catching a clothesline right after. Because that would be absolutely insane. S.C. Williams said, do it. I don't know why I want to say it like Starsky and Hutch, but do it. Do it. Do it. Is All Out tonight. Another person called me Kennard. My name is Conrad.
Kennard.
I used to have a guy named Arnie I used to work with that called me Kennard. He was foreign, but I always just let it rock because I couldn't tell an old man like what to call me after a while. He said, let's do a live stream of All Out. A live stream would be dope, SC Williams, but I usually watch with like a group of friends, and that's just not going to work. I know that wouldn't work for me. So we will be live after, though. Catch the review, and we'll try to talk, whoever's available for it. But I appreciate the idea. Maybe one day we'll try one of those. Not saying anything about that anymore.
No. I notice how I didn't say anything about that in my scathing review of Jeff Hardy.
What's up, Connor? Tokyo says Jay White and God come out to attack the Elite. That would be dope to have the Bullet Club. Oh my gosh. Six says Kennard taking it. See you in the PSN chat, CJ. Please stop. All my government names have been exposed, and now Kennard is the new nickname. Derek says, don't chop me. Not you, Derek. The Derek that will be on the show tomorrow when we review Dynamite. Make sure you guys checked out. We have a pretty nice lineup. We will still do our live stream, and we'll probably get Derek's predictions tomorrow if he's around, just to get his thoughts on some of these matchups. But Casey, let's talk about Daniel Bryan. We have to. We have to. Fuck this Kennard shit right now, everybody. Cut it out. If that happens, I'd actually cheer Jay White. That's big for Rob to say that. I'm happy we all tie our opinion. This chat is awesome. Conrad and Briggs, thank you. You guys are great, though. I do appreciate you interacting with us with this. But Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him. What's up, man? What are we doing with this? Is he debuting? Did you know Flight of Valkyries is not owned by WWE as well? Which music do you give him? It's got to be Final Countdown, right? Like
Final Countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that Flight of Valkyries shit. We don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah. Final Countdown. Yeah. What would he do, man?
I don't know. Where does he fit?
Exactly. Who are we having him pop out here for? There's
another person we haven't mentioned either that I haven't seen a lot of people talking about. Baby. That's another option.
Who?
Adam Cole, baby.
What?
Adam Cole, free agent.
Who?
Don't you dare act
I'm just kidding. I like Adam Cole. I like him. He's just I don't know, man. I was saying this before he left WWE. He just see Obi-Wan.
What up, original Biggie?
It's just Adam Cole is, I just don't think, like, you have Punk and Bryan. like right there. And I just think they're at it up. No disrespect to Adam Cole whatsoever. I just don't think he's at the level of those guys. So he's just going to be overshadowed. He's just going to be like, I don't know. And I would feel terrible for him.
Buddy Matthews is a free agent too. I'm seeing people say, listen.
What's he free from?
So, listen. You're not getting me canceled. That's for sure. When you think about it, though, they have fears right now for Brian for the New York shows. So I get it. Like things are getting bad up here, and by September it could be worse, which is in 1 hour. But things could get way worse, and then there's more lockdowns, et cetera, et cetera. With Adam Cole, I think if he comes into AEW, he's going to be in that TNT. He's going to be in that Miro like title mix. He's not going to be in the world title picture. Not right away. He's going to have to earn everything again.
Yeah,
starting from the middle.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not nothing against like him, not to upset his fans, of which he definitely has. It's just the truth of the matter. Like he's just not at that level yet. To talent wise, I think he is. Talent wise, I think he's great. It's just as a wrestler, as a character, like personality wise, I just don't think he's at that level yet. I agree with you. He'd be in the up, like the mid card area, like upper mid card, like TNT title picture. So, and if they bring out Bryan Danielson, I don't know who you would have him come out in like to confront. I don't know.
Yeah, it just depends on how you want to do it. Chicago better not let me down if the Dragon appears. We talked about this earlier. I want a thunderous. You're going to get your effing head kicked in. I've always felt that was like the hardest chant, though, for like Ring of Honor fans to get right. I know that he says it, but it's just like, and then the announcers can't even acknowledge it. They're like, I can't even say this right now. A lot of people are saying Buddy Matthews. I don't see Buddy Matthews coming in right now. If he wants to make more money in the long run, he goes to Impact first. He can go take that belt off Christian. Because I know who Buddy Matthews is. I don't know who Jeff Buckley, Jeff Johnson, what'd you say? Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander, that's it. I don't know who that is.
You're going to regret saying this one day. Is Adam doing all that work while not being under contract? So here's what happened, Sick. This is how I understand it. Numerous websites posted this. I'm going by the Sean Ross Sapp theory because I trust the guy. So the theory was Adam Cole's contract ran out before TakeOver, before his match with Kyle O'Reilly, because somebody made a boo-boo. Mr. Seaman has been fired since then. And yes, the man's real name is Seaman.
I don't know why you had to point that out, but okay.
Just had to say it.
Bazinga.
Anywho, so afterwards, when it comes down to this, he fucked up a bunch of contracts, basically.
Whoa.
Adam Cole, what? I can drop F-bombs. It's past the 10-minute mark. We're good. He fucked up a lot of contracts. So when it comes down to this, Adam Cole's contract was screwed up. He said, hey, guys, just so you're aware, my contract ran out. I'll sign an extension to SummerSlam. Cool. That is not going to have the extended no-compete clause because technically his contract ran out. They needed him to stay. They needed him to sign it so he would perform. He's free now. He's in the clear. I guess a memo was sent out to WWE wrestlers and agents and stuff saying, like, Adam Cole no longer works here. I guess he's not allowed backstage. I don't know what that means in WWE, but do not let this man wrestle. He is not under contract to us. I see people talking about Paige. I respectfully disagree. Adam Cole is the man. Connor and Casey, I agree with Casey. Adam Cole can talk, but is he a mainstream name? Chris Washington, this is different, though. This isn't mainstream. AEW is doing things differently. This is a pro wrestling company, technically. I mean, it's up to him, man, whatever he wants to do. But I think Adam Cole can be that guy, but he has to get there organically. He's going to have to start from the mid and work his way back up. Brian is going wherever he wants to go and doing whatever he wants to do. I agree. And what's up, Chris? Thank you for that. Derek's laughing at the word semen. Yes. He spells it with a C, though, not an S. Seaman, good one, Kennard.
That's a funny name.
It's C-Man. It's C-Man. Everybody's just Fuck Kane Seaman. Anyway,
I have a telegram for a Mr. Asswipe. It's Azwipe. I beg your pardon? Azwipe. It's French. If you don't know what I'm referencing, it's an epic Saturday Night Live sketch with Nicolas Cage from the 90s. Look it up. It's hilarious.
Conrad, is Cam Newton headed to All Out for a full-time deal? You guys leave Cam Newton alone today. Have mercy on that man. Casey is French? Yes, apparently.
Bonjour.
Je m'appelle Canard.
Je m'appelle Casey. Comment ça va? Ça va bien.
Yeah, oui, ça va. I definitely know how to say. I did not do the homework. I got a D in that class, by the way. Let's talk the main event. This has to be the match everybody's hyped for, right? Like, I don't know what else to say. Put the X's up in the chat. Find the red X emoji and put them up, bro. CM Punk, Darby Allin, Sting. What's Sting going to do? Probably shit, because he's going to sit on the outside because he ain't trying to catch no damn GTS to the dome piece. This should be a really, really good match, man. Like, I don't know what else to say about this, bro. Like, they're going to be going absolutely crazy in Chicago for this.
This match is going to be fire. It is. I cannot wait. CM Punk back in the ring after 7 years, going against Darby Allin of all people. Holy cow! GTS all day. He is going to. CM Punk's going to win this one. CM Punk's going to win. Darby can. I don't think CM Punk in his first match back after 7 years, it can eat the dub. I think we have to show that, bro, this guy's back. Holy cow, he's back. Darby can handle a loss right here. It'll be okay. He's still really young. He's still the future of the company, like, or part of the future at least. And so, yeah, I CM Punk all day winning this one in his hometown. Triumphant return to pro wrestling. It's going to be insane.
Look at all these just popping up.
That was you. That's you.
That's all me, because I'm a fan too. I don't give a shit what anybody wants to say, man. You can talk that shit about CM Punk. Oh, I don't like CM Punk. We're going on a rant right now, just so you guys are aware. Oh, he's a crybaby. Oh, this is the guy who told fans in Milwaukee to shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's right. Shut the fuck up for once in your lives. Like, sometimes it's just time to be quiet and enjoy pro wrestling. That's what the dude is here to do. Like, I get there's times to let out your frustrations, but this ain't it, bro. People have been wanting this for 7 years. Let someone be happy. Let people be happy seeing us back. If you're happy Becky's back, good for you. Let people be happy. Can you complain about how they did something? Sure. Are some people going to complain, oh, you're burying the young guys, blah, 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 blah. Darby's not going to be hurt by this. Darby has lost far more matches to where you should have been upset than this match.
We need to be a little more careful about how we toss around the word bury.
Oh, yeah. People always say the word buried, bro. I always tell people, you know what an example of buried is? Zack Ryder, when he was the U.S. champ. That was buried because he was never heard from again on television. They were like, yeah, Kane just threw him off of a stage in a wheelchair, and John Cena stole his girl. Dun, 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 dun. Like, you're done. And never to be seen again unless we needed you. I don't know, man. But Casey, I think Darby's going to do something memorable in this, though. I don't know what. I have a feeling he's going to do some crazy shit. Like, so I was listening to somebody talking. They were like, you know what Darby should have did? He should have just jumped from the top when Punk called him out. Just jump right from there. You and Sting, Dad, I got this.
Just cop and drop all the way from the rafters.
Just lands in the middle of the ring. Dad, I was off a little bit. I was off. But this could be good, man. This could be really good. I think this is a star-making performance for Darby, too, though. I think he really has to show, like, yo, this is why I'm a top draw. He gets ratings for them. That's why he's in the main event often on Dynamite.
I think Darby Allin has already proven why he's a top draw in the company. Like, the dude is awesome.
I just wanted you to see that.
Caps lock. Fuck caps lock.
Why do you not like Kenta? He invented all these moves, though. Like, they were stolen from him.
Kenta's a bitch.
I will not allow that to be said on my podcast about another wrestler. We will show respect to Kenta, Chavo. They are entertaining us.
You don't show respect to Chavo.
I love Chavo. CM Punk delivers the best GTS ever.
Yes.
Ace says it'll be an honor to count the lights for Punk any day. I like how you put that. Let's see here. Watch out for Sting heel turn. Oh, shit. Could you imagine? Dude, I never like when Sting turns heel, though. In WCW, it sucked. It would suck here, too, I think, if Sting turns heel.
You just wait. I can't wait for blonde, flat-top Sting to come out. Woo! Cannot wait.
You better hope Mr. Anderson comes back out dressed like that. Kent is the originator of the GTS. Show that man some respect.
I know who he is, Sick. I just don't care about his crybaby ways, about my finisher was taken from me. It's like, cool. Sorry that you aren't. Sorry.
Bro, time out. Not one, but two of his finishers were taken. Like he was like, take my whole damn arsenal. Just take everything.
Bro, I'm sorry that you were wrestling in some podunk company. And
no one is not podunk. They're the number 2 Japanese pro wrestling. It might have been number 1 at that time, truthfully.
Sure.
During the Inoki days. But so we're both going with Punk then, right? For this,
of course we are. CM Punk.
So we agree on most of these. There was just a couple differences. The Battle Royal, I think we had a difference.
And the tag match.
The tag title match. This should be an amazing card, though. I'm really looking forward to this show.
I want you to know, if the Lucha Bros win that tag title match,
I'm not shaving my eyebrows.
No, I'm FaceTiming you, and you have to answer. Okay, I'm not gonna say more than that. I'm not gonna say more than that on air. I'm just saying you have to answer when I FaceTime you after that match.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Better chance of fake Sting showing up than a Sting heel turn.
Yeah.
Jeff Farmer's out there, man. Punk wins. I agree. Casey, any other final thoughts going into this show, man? Like, he's back, man. He's back. It's real.
Dude, I'm so excited. I am so excited that I am getting ready to watch a pay-per-view with CM Punk. I cannot not yet. I can't wait to check it out though, Rob. Yeah, I'll be checking it out probably this weekend.
He keeps yelling at me to watch it. So
I've heard good things. It's got my boy Stephen Amell in it, so yeah, I've got to check it out.
Someone did send me one disturbing Punk photo, and they were like, "Oh, this is your guy," and it's like a picture of him on the toilet. So I was like, "Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's my guy."
Whatever,
doing what humans do, you know.
Even Punk has to take a shit. He's not God, people. He is a wrestling god, though. But yeah, I'm just so excited that I get to see him finally wrestle again. Like, I'm going to be so happy. You have no idea. Sunday can't come soon enough.
And don't forget, we will have all your coverage locked up for Sunday. Tomorrow, though, we'll be back for an AEW Dynamite review. Sunday, we'll have the All Out review. We'll see who's here to be on for that one. I'm hoping Rob will join us. You know, Rob sometimes can't do it, but hopefully we'll have Rob Derek on to join us, and I will answer Casey's FaceTime, and I'll tell you what happened with it. I'm sure it'll be something very inappropriate. Eric Travis comes in here at the last second. Sup, Conrad, Baby Briggs. Conrad, we need your friend versus Briggs in a heel versus heel mic battle. There's a lot of mic battles that could go on here. The disagreements will happen, and Casey's down for them. Trust me. That's why he's here, because
always down to argue.
100%. Sting is turning on Darby Allin, calling it now. Man, you guys are really on board for this. We'll see. We'll talk about it on Sunday if it happens. We'll leave it at that. Casey, is there anywhere where the people can find you?
Social media, Baby Briggs 21.
There it is. You guys can find us at EPW Show on Twitter or type in Everything Pro Wrestling. And we appreciate you guys. We will be back tomorrow for AEW Dynamite review. Make sure you join us. For myself, for the man known as Casey Briggs, we are out.
Penis.
I swear I'm going to fire somebody one day.
Every Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, this the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here, this podcast just to make it loud and clear, by the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.